few years ago, I was the most knowledgeable, weak bloke I knew. I was reading everything: meal timing, rep ranges, the best workout splits, recovery windows, every podcast, every method, every article, every influencer with a six-pack and a rim light telling me their new secret. I knew more about training than most coaches I'd ever worked with, but I still looked pretty average. Then I stopped. Stopped consuming, stopped optimizing, stopped chasing the new thing. I went back to the basics and just fucking trained. Within weeks, my body started to change more than I had in the previous 3 years. And in 16 years of coaching men, I've seen the same pattern on repeat. The strongest, fittest guys that I've ever trained knew almost nothing about fitness. They just trained and they had fun doing it. If you feel overwhelmed by fitness right now, this video is for you. In this industry, a lot of people won't tell you this because their business model depends on you not knowing it. Knowledge isn't progress. Information isn't action. Consuming fitness content is not the same as being fit and being in shape. It's the opposite. It's the masquerading of the whole thing. Now, you probably already know what you have to do, and you may have even known this for years. Train regularly, eat proper food, walk more, sleep, do some cardio, get strong at a handful of basic movements, and repeat. That's really the whole fucking playbook. Like, everything else is just details. Your problem is likely that you don't know enough. Your problem is that every week somebody new is telling you what you should do instead, and that noise buries the simple thing that actually work. So I see 3 patterns that keep men spinning their wheels year after year. Pattern number 1, they research instead of train. They spend more time reading about the optimal program than actually just doing one. And the research feels productive. It scratches the itch. You close the tab on your computer feeling like you've done something, but you haven't. You've basically just avoided doing the actual work. Pattern number 2, they collect opinions. So 5 takes on protein, 4 on cardio, 3 on the best way to do a pull-up, 2 more on like the best workout split for busy men over 30. And by the time they're done, they're paralyzed because every expert contradicts one another. So you end up doing nothing. Pattern number 3, they restart instead of continue. So every new piece of content is a reset button. The new article, the new program, the new podcast, the new method ends up being just the same bloke, same body, different Tuesday, right? Nothing changes. Most men have started fitness programs 10 times and finished at 0. And if you just stopped one of these 3 patterns, you'd be ahead of 99% of men your age. Stop all 3 and you'll be unrecognizable in 6 months. I had a client who did all 3 of these for years. He wasn't lazy. He was in the garage training 4 days a week, but he'd been sold the idea that somewhere out there was this one perfect optimal plan that he needed to do to unlock everything. So he just kept searching. We stripped everything back to 6 exercises for 8 weeks. No change, no new input. He ended up adding 12 kilos to his pull-up and 20 kilos to his squat in that 8-week period. The program wasn't magic. It wasn't anything crazy that I'd done, but it just gave him something that actually worked and he stuck with it for long enough. So what do you actually need to do? Step 1, pick one approach and commit. A reasonable approach, something that fits your actual life. Not the most optimal program on the internet, not the one the shredded 22-year-old with no kid is selling. Something that you can actually sustain. The best program in the world is worthless if you can't do it. The simplest program done consistently will change your body and your life forever. Step number 2, institute an information blackout. But no new training videos, no new articles, no podcast about methodology. If something interesting pops up and you can just note it down somewhere and come back to it, right? Put it down in a notebook. But do not change a single thing about what you're currently doing. Stick with it for 8 weeks minimum. This is the hard part, the silence, because information is everywhere now. The absence of new input. Your brain will scream at you that you're missing something, that there's a better way, that there's something that you're not doing and you're falling behind. Step number 3, just do the work. Show up, train. The program doesn't need to be perfect, you just need to get it done. You don't need a new program, you need to finish the one that you've currently started. Some days you'll feel like absolute shit, train anyway. Some days you'll be tired because the kids were up at 4 a.m, train anyway. Scale it down if you have to. A half session is infinitely better than no session. Step number 4, finish before you judge. No program works in 2 weeks, none. You need to give something 8 weeks minimum before you decide if something is working. Most men never give anything long enough to actually know if it's working. They just bail at week 2 or 3, and then we just find the next new shiny thing. Give it 8 weeks at least. So here's what I want you to take from this. Stop researching. Pick one simple approach, trade it for at least 8 weeks, and don't let a new single opinion in and derail you until you've given it the time to see if it works. The only thing you need is silence long enough to actually do the work. See, most dads accept the gut, accept the low energy, accept that their best years are behind them, but you don't have to. I have a program you can use, but there's a big caveat here. Only grab it if you aren't currently using a program. I mean that seriously. If you're currently following a program, follow that program. But if you're not, you can grab my program in the link in the description. Pick something simple, get started, and stop fucking searching.